Yeah, it's always so difficult to, it seems to me, to be at a poetry reading, is to catch on to what a poet is up to, because you're just hearing the poems, and some of my poems are very short, so you may not even hear them if you miss the first line. But I'll do a little bit of what orienting I can do. The first few poems I'm going to read are really early. They're really start from the first book, very short. And I think of myself as a lyric poet, which for me means love and loss, or sex and death, if you're sort of fundamentally materialist. But these central mysteries. And here we go. A poem called Washing My Face. Let me see what time it is. We're off. Washing my face. Last night's dreams disappear. They're like the sink draining. A transparent rose swallowed by its stem. A short one. Mother of a kid. There you go. Another poem from the first book. It's called The Dinner. I invited Mozart to dinner on condition he didn't embarrass me. In the middle of the meal, he began weeping uncontrollably. "You silly fuck," I screamed. "What are you doing in this century if you can't take it?" Can people hear me? I don't know what this thing's about. Love poem, another short poem. A black biplane crashes through the window of the luncheonette. The pilot climbs down, removing his leather hood. He hands me my grandmother's jade ring. No, it's 2 robin's eggs and a telephone number. Yours. I actually was sitting in the luncheonette many, many years ago. I thought I saw biplane crash through the window. It's very strange. Obviously just a truck going by. Anyway, it's a poem called The Demonstration, and it's, I think it needs a little bit of background. It's set at the Democratic National Convention in Atlantic City in 1964. This was I was 17 at the time. This was, I joined a civil rights organization, and this was the first demonstration that I went to. I think the rest of the sort of historical information supplies itself as the poem goes along. The demonstration. They bob above us all afternoon. 3 giant charcoal portraits of Goodman, Schwerner, and Cheney. Civil rights martyrs whose tortured bodies have just been found in the red clay wall of a dam in rural Mississippi. Staring up at their flat, larger-than-life faces, I envy the way they gaze at the gray ocean and the gray buildings with the calm indifference of those whose agonies are over. Myself, I'm a frightened teenager at my first demonstration, carrying a placard that demands the seating of a mixed delegation from a southern state. No one prepared me for the crowd's hostility. The names were called. Still, we chant The slogan, reason, proposed, one man, one vote. And still it holds the small shape we make on the dilapidated boardwalk, reminding me now of the magic circles medieval conjurers drew to protect themselves from the demons their spells had summoned up. The next year I went to Mississippi and worked there, and ended up with my own misadventures, and got to revisit a jail where I had been kidnapped and imprisoned just this past year, a jail in a little town in Alabama. And I was down there reading last year, and so I went back to this town after 40 years, to this place where they had almost killed me. And I got to see it again and laugh. You know, I was alive. And I wrote an essay about that, which is coming out in Virginia Carter Review next week. I can't believe I just advertised something. I always say that. They say, and you hold the book up and stuff like that. And I just did that. I'm going to skip that poem about my father's troubles. Okay? Yeah. My wife designs my readings for me. I never know I don't get the right things. I read the wrong poems.